Let's take a deep dive into one of the most bizarre and dramatic NBA stories in recent memory. The 2017 to 2018 NBA season had its fair share of on-court highlights, but it's the off-court chaos that truly stole the show. From burner chaos to executive scandals and front office shakeups, this story has it all. So let's rewind the clock and uncover the madness only here on Sports Frenzy TV. The 2017 to 2018 NBA season wasn't just about basketball, it was about drama, both on and off the court. Right from the start, social media played a starring role. Kevin Durant was caught using burner accounts to defend himself on Twitter, while Warriors coach Steve Kerr accidentally tweeted what should have been a private DM. But as wild as these moments were, they were nothing compared to the chaos that would unfold later in the season. The story we're about to discuss involves tanking, burner accounts, and the fallout from one of the most infamous executive scandals in NBA history. To understand it fully, we have to go back a few years to December 2015 and revisit the origins of what Sixers fans came to call the process. On December 1, 2015, the Philadelphia 76ers faced off against the Los Angeles Lakers, carrying the weight of an NBA record 28-game losing streak. At the time, the Sixers were led by Sam Hinkie, their analytics-driven general manager, who had a radical vision for rebuilding the franchise. Hinkie believed that the only way to become a true contender was to endure short-term pain for the long-term gain. His philosophy: lose now, draft generational talent, and build a championship team. Hinkie wasn't shy about his approach. He openly embraced tanking as a strategy to secure high draft picks, knowing that being mediocre was worse than being outright bad. The Sixers had already landed Joel Embiid through this approach, though injuries kept him sidelined at the time. On that December night, the Sixers finally broke their losing streak, defeating the Lakers in a moment of celebration for fans who had endured so much. However, not everyone was thrilled. The league itself was growing increasingly frustrated with the Sixers' intentional losing. Just 6 days after the streak-breaking win, the NBA stepped in. The league had received complaints from other team owners about the negative impact of Philadelphia's tanking strategy. To address the issue, the 76ers hired Jerry Colangelo as a special advisor, a move reportedly pushed by the NBA itself. While Hinkie remained in his role for the rest of the season, it was clear that his time was running out. By April 2016, Hinkie resigned, leaving behind a 13-page resignation letter that read more like a manifesto. In it, he defended his approach and philosophy, quoting Abraham Lincoln to explain his long-term vision. While some fans revered Hinkie as a visionary, others were relieved to see him go. The stage was now set for a new chapter in the Sixers front office, and the Colangelo family was about to take center stage. Brian Colangelo, Jerry's son, was brought in as the new general manager. His arrival was met with mixed reactions. On one hand, Brian was a two-time NBA Executive of the Year with years of experience. On the other hand, he was also known for questionable decisions, such as drafting Andrea Bargnani first overall during his tenure with the Toronto Raptors. Regardless, he inherited a promising situation in Philadelphia, thanks to the groundwork laid by Hinkie. Colangelo's first big move was overseeing Joel Embiid's long-awaited debut in the 2016 to 2017 season. Embiid immediately lived up to the hype, showing flashes of dominance and earning the nickname The Process, a nod to Hinkie's infamous strategy. Fans rallied behind the team, chanting "Trust the process" at games as the Sixers began to show signs of life. During Colangelo's first season, the Sixers improved by 18 wins, and by the 2017 offseason, they had the assets and cap space to make major moves. They traded up in the draft to select Markelle Fultz with the first overall pick, believing he would complement Embiid and Ben Simmons, who had also joined the team. At the time, the move was celebrated, but hindsight revealed a different story. The Boston Celtics, who traded the pick to Philadelphia, has been targeting Jason Tatum all along and managed to fleece the Sixers into giving up additional assets. Despite the setback, the 2017 to 2018 season saw the Sixers take a massive leap forward. They ended the regular season on a 16-game winning streak, clinched the third seed in the Eastern Conference, and made it to the second round of the playoffs. For the first time in years, it felt like the Sixers were legitimate contenders. But as the team's on-court performance improved, off-court drama was brewing. In May 2018, a strange pattern emerged on Twitter. Several anonymous accounts began defending Brian Colangelo from criticism, criticizing Sixers players, and even leaking sensitive team information. At first, these accounts seemed unrelated, but fans noticed similarities in their behavior. All the accounts followed the same people, used similar language, and shared a suspiciously strong loyalty to Colangelo. A fan tipped off journalist Ben Detrick, who began investigating. He found 5 accounts that appeared to be linked and shared his findings with the Sixers organization. After the Sixers were informed, some of the accounts suddenly went private or were deleted, a suspicious move that only fueled speculation. Detrick published his findings on May 29, 2018, and the story exploded. The Sixers launched an internal investigation, which eventually revealed that the accounts were operated by Colangelo's wife. According to the investigation, she had used the accounts to defend her husband and share information she had learned from him. While Colangelo denied any involvement, the damage was done. On June 7, 2018, he resigned as general manager. The burner account scandal was a PR nightmare for the Sixers, coming at a critical time when they were trying to lure LeBron James in free agency. Billboards in Philadelphia had been put up to attract James, and rumors swirled about his interest in joining the team. But the scandal cast a shadow over the franchise, raising questions about its stability and leadership. Meanwhile, fans couldn't help but draw comparisons between Colangelo and his predecessor. While Hinkie had openly embraced his controversial approach, Colangelo's tenure ended with an attempt to deflect blame. The scandal also highlighted the power and pitfalls of social media, as what began as a fan-driven investigation turned into a league-wide embarrassment. To this day, the Sixers have not advanced past the second round of the playoffs, a frustrating reality for a team that was supposed to be built for championship contention. Joel Embiid remains the face of the franchise, continuing to dominate on the court, but the shadow of the process still looms large. As for Brian Colangelo, he has denied having any knowledge of the burner accounts, maintaining that his wife acted independently. Whether you believe him or not, the scandal serves as a cautionary tale about transparency and accountability in professional sports. The story of the 76ers during this era is one of bold ideas, questionable decisions, and unintended consequences. Sam Hinkie's vision, while controversial, laid the groundwork for the team's resurgence. Brian Colangelo's tenure, though initially promising, ended in chaos. Together, their stories paint a complex picture of what it takes to build a winning team in the NBA. At its core, this saga is a reminder that success in sports is never guaranteed, no matter how well you plan. For Sixers fans, the hope is that the lessons learned during the process will eventually pay off. And for the rest of us, it's a story we won't soon forget. Thanks for sticking with us through this wild tale. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into sports history. What do you think? Was Hinkie a genius, or did the process go too far? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.